Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Chaffee. It's weather in 5 days in 5 minutes as we look ahead to the rest of the weekend and into the start of next week. Let me just very quickly remind all of you, in case you haven't done so already, download the Meteorologist Joe Chaffee weather app on Google Play or on the App Store so you can follow along with all the weather developments day to day and, of course, all the winter weather developments. And by the way, that includes snow forecast maps from Maine all the way down to South Carolina. So you'll be covered no matter where you are along the East Coast. And they update automatically as the National Weather Service updates their maps. And on Google Play, for those of you who have Android devices, there's Angry Ben's weather app, The Angry Weatherman, as he focuses on New York City on my nycweathernow.com website. So download them both and you'll be completely covered. So let's start off with just a little bit of backtracking this morning. Certainly the coldest weather of the season so far. Look, these lows were pretty impressive, really, down to upper teens and low 20s. And, of course, the usual odd spots like West Hampton Beach getting down to about 14. We had York, Pennsylvania down at 17. Washington, D.C. bottoming out at 24. Newark, Caldwell got down to 21, and we had White Plains at 21, a lot of teens up in the Hudson Valley. But, of course, that is the core of the cold air was overhead last night, and now that is moving away, and we're topping out nicely this afternoon. Now, we're going to bounce a little bit more on Sunday. We're going to go higher. We're going to see temperatures up into the 50s everywhere from northeast Virginia up into southern New England. A little bit cooler in the Hudson Valley and northeastern Pennsylvania, where it will be in the mid to upper 40s. We're seeing some of that warm air arriving now in the form of high clouds. Those clouds are actually going to go out, and there'll be probably another band coming in overnight. So that'll actually hold the temperatures up tonight. The current surface map shows the high sitting off the New Jersey coast, beginning to move out. And then you see the southwest winds, the isobars running from Missouri on up toward Michigan and through western New York. So they're getting that southwesterly flow and warming things up nicely. There are those patchy high clouds. You see them rolling along. And then there's another thicker band that's back through Ohio. That comes in for the overnight. And then for tomorrow, we get into this area back in here, which is on the mild side. Now, of course, while all that is going on, you've got the next trough beginning to swing in and dropping down from the northwest, and that is going to trigger the next round of changes, which will result in an even colder air mass coming in for Wednesday and for Thursday. Not too much happening on the radar at the moment. It's pretty quiet. You can see a little bit of precip up in parts of Minnesota. Otherwise, it's very quiet here in the eastern half of the United States. A little bit of action down in South Florida with some showers there moving southeastward. And that's really it. So we'll take a look at the NAM model this afternoon, because this opens the door to the possibility of the precip that's coming in for late Monday night and Tuesday to maybe change over into snow before it ends. This is not going to be a big deal. It's an Arctic front with a flat wave, so you really can't get that much out of it. It's a question of, just like on the last one, the cold air coming in before the precip shuts off. And it looks like we might have a shot here for a little bit of snow on the backside. Now, as we get into Monday, because tomorrow's going to be fine, of course, it appears that the models today seem to want to sink that frontal boundary a little bit further to the south, because when you look at it on the map here, the actual frontal boundary is lying somewhere in this area here. There's a wave that starts to develop, and you can see where all the snow breaks out for late Monday and into Monday night. And that's from northeastern Ohio on up through much of upstate New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, and then into Maine. And as that front just kind of pivots around, you're going to see that snow area just swing toward the East Coast. So it becomes a race with the very cold air that is spreading out throughout all of this region. That cold air is coming in, and you got that one last wave that moves along. You see it right there. that's going to move along to the northeast. So this would be for Monday morning, and this is actually at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. If the NAM is right, and the GFS and the European model and the ICON model all show this in one form or another, where we see a change over to some snow. And it wouldn't be anything substantial because it's so quick. It swings eastward. It starts to move offshore as we move into late Tuesday afternoon and evening. And there's your low that's well to the southeast of Cape Cod. And of course, what follows is very, very cold air that comes in behind it. So just to give you an idea, Wednesday, as we take a look at highs for Wednesday, we're going to be only in the low and middle 30s. So this is after we bottom out Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, probably in the upper teens and low 20s. Another very cold night coming up for Wednesday night. And Thursday, we're probably still, this might be a little bit too high. I think we'll probably be more along the lines of upper 30s, mid 30s to low 40s, I think would be a better range here instead of upper 30s to mid 40s. And the weather, of course, Wednesday and Thursday will be on the dry side. So we're going to, of course, keep an eye on things in case models decide to get a little more robust as we go through the rest of the weekend. In the meantime, do enjoy the rest of your weekend. And tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock on my YouTube channel, Joe Chaffee, join me for my live stream that we're doing on Sunday mornings now, starting at 10 a.m., and you can be part of that. If you have a Gmail account, just subscribe to my YouTube channel with your Gmail account, and then you can participate in on the chat. So watch for more website posts. Don't forget to update the app, and we'll see you later. Thanks for being here on Weather in 5.